Yo, what's up, everybody? Let me see. How many people do we have on the line? I see 400 in climbing, 400 participants in climbing. Listen, guys, first off, I get the opportunity and I get the honor to be with you guys this evening for a very, very, very special time in your career. I say a special time in your career because it's really going to be just that. Um, I've had the opportunity to be in this company for a little over a decade now. And one of the things that's always been a challenge for me, and what I found as at times been a challenge for my team, is for everybody to be able to be as efficient and as effective throughout my entire organization, right? I don't know if anybody knows what I mean. Maybe it was just me, but I think some of you guys can agree. What we're going to launch today, and what you guys are going to see, is going to level the playing field for each and every person in this challenge. Is going to level the playing field for each of your new people. Is going to make sure that they convert and create and teach their newest distributors very, very fast, make things very duplicatable and almost effortless. For the first time in my career in doing this business, it's not going to be necessarily about talent. It's going to be about effort. And of course, effort has always been what it's about. But some of us have come in with certain skills that others just didn't have. So it may have taken a bit of time. This is for the first time ever, I believe, that each of us, no matter what our skill level is, no matter where we come in, we're all going to be able to move at the exact same pace. And again, it'll be solely based on your effort. So I want you guys to stay tuned, because I'm going to introduce someone now who he's put his team to work on and off the clock, around the clock, devoted his and his team's energy to really help bring what I'm going to show you this evening to life. He's also a fellow network marketer, so his understanding as it relates to what we do, hashtag, goes far beyond what I could have ever imagined with working, versus working with someone who's outside of the industry. So with no further ado, I also want to introduce the person who's going to be up here with me launching this thing, like you saw at the Catalyst for those of you guys were there, none other than Mr. Patrick Shaw.
Jonathan, my friend, it is exciting to be here with you tonight because there's been a long journey here. Your team has been unbelievable, and I appreciate all the kind words you've said about our team and how hard they've worked. But it really takes it takes some effort on both parts. And when we first got the videos that you created, because we don't do video content as an example. And when you sent all that material over, like our whole team was excited because you were matching all that effort, not only on the technology side, your dev team's been at work, but the creative team's been incredible. So just a shout out to all the leaders that make up your organization, because so much work has gone into this to deliver something exactly like you said that can have a huge impact for everybody. So thank you, brother. Good stuff.
Thank you. Let's get it started. Let's pull up the
All
slide.
right, let's do it. Now my team needs I didn't mute my phone, so stop texting me for a minute on Slack because I'm going to pull up my screen here. Listen, this is what it's all about. It's about this is actually your app right here on the screen, and this is about the WDT Connect, the WeDoTransformations app launch, and this app is designed very specifically to do three major things, okay? One is the bottom line is money is an exchange of value. If you create enormous value, you get paid. Now, what is it that you need to do to create more value? You've got to help your team prospect and follow up. The WeDoTransformations story has to get told more often and more effectively. Would you agree? If that happens, if the number of times the story gets told doubles, does your income double? You bet it does. That's just how it works, right? But sometimes we forget it. We get busy with the whirlwind, the myriad of different things. Number two is you want to help your team win. When they get started and they make a decision to go from a challenge to a business partner to a coach, you have 30, 60, 90 days. Get them paid. Get them
Yes.
paid.
Yes.
Let them win, right? And we're going to show you tonight. Jonathan and I are going to walk you through it. And it's been fun to see, Jonathan, I've been excited working with you because I can see like when you and I first spoke, I'm not kidding. Like it took Jonathan maybe 15 minutes. He's like, "Oh man, let's go." Right? But even from that point, I think, man, it just keeps clicking and your vision keeps getting bigger and bigger. And I had a chance to meet Octavio and Jorge and the whole team. It's been incredible. Number three is you ultimately not just want to prospect, follow up, make more money, recruit more people, right? That's one thing. You've got to advance your business. Then you need to sustain your business, right? You need to maintain what you've got. And when you onboard people more effectively, you can do that. But the third phase of the business, the third thing that needs to happen is you've got to develop leaders at the highest level. I'm not talking about the people that make six figures. I'm talking about the ones that go to that next level. And I've met a lot of people, as Jonathan has, in network marketing. They seem to be able to get to six figures, but they struggle to go to the next level. The difference is those leaders know where to spend their time, and they spend it with people that deserve it and not just need it. Everybody needs help. Everybody needs to make more money, but some people deserve it. How do you figure out who those people are? You're going to have a scorecard in the platform. You're going to have data you've never had before, so you know where to spend your time. It becomes a game changer. So then you have the success and the time and the freedom. Now, the one thing I love everybody to understand, I'm just taking a few minutes here before we jump to the fun part of the app, but I want you to understand how this is different, okay? Because a lot of you see a lot of digital stuff out there, influencer marketing, digital marketing, social marketing. There's nothing wrong with any of it. Recruit digital marketers, recruit influencers. You can be the influencer. But what Jonathan said at the beginning of this call is that we have to help everybody. That's the power of network marketing. If you can take the average person and help them go make $1,000 a month, that becomes a game changer. That's what the fundamentals of networking are all about. The fundamentals have not changed in the last 70 years, and they're not going to change in the next 70 years. The fundamentals are it's about the relationship. Meet a new person, get them into production, tap into their warm market, their relationships. You can cut through all the digital noise. The business must be simple. These are fundamentals. You've got to drive prospecting and follow up through the organization. Duplication is critical. On the right side of this diagram, the environment has changed. Not the fundamentals, but the environment has shifted. The tools that we use are different. The tools, the mobile, the social, the lead magnets, the email campaigns, the text, the DMs, the free secrets pages, all this stuff is changed, right? I mean, not to date myself, Jonathan, but I know I look like a very young man, but when I started, there was no email. I mean, listen, there was a fax, a phone, and a meeting. People are like, well, what do you do? Well, it doesn't matter. You can fax them, you can call them, you can meet them, right? It was simple. The digital world's made it more complex. For the first time, you guys will see tonight, with the WDT app, you literally are bridging these two worlds. You're taking this digital world that has been incredibly difficult for the average person. I mean, you know, people are trying to learn to be digital marketers and do drops every day. And that's good for some people, but it's not good for everybody. What if we could simplify it all? And we're going to show you some insane tools tonight that you will have access to. You will literally have access. I'm not kidding. You know, you tell me at the end if I made this up, to $5,000 plus of digital marketing tools that you will have at your fingertips tonight. Okay. Now, let's get to the app itself. All right. And this is where we get to start to have some fun. But before we dive into it, Jonathan, what just anything to add to that? Because I know you're as excited as I am about this whole thing and the team that got to see it last week.
No, I'm ready to go ahead and get this ball rolling. I'm so excited. I want us to get through all of this part so people can really have a full understanding of, because they don't know yet, Patrick. I think they know, but truly they have no idea how this is about to be a game changer. And all it's going to require is effort.
All right. So you're going to have access to an app you'll be able to download tonight, and you'll have full access to everything. There's a couple different levels. The main level is you need to be part of a challenge. And being part of the challenge, a lot of the features will work in the app for you regardless, but the resources, these really unique platforms and resources, that's part of being a challenge. So just be aware of that. But let's do a little tour of the platform. You're going to download the app, and we give you an incredibly, WDT has a simple way for you to get access to the platform. You're going to go to a website, you're going to watch a welcome video, and you're going to be able to download a standard version of this platform. I'll talk about the different options in a little bit. It's going to blow your mind when we get to it, but let's do a quick tour of the platform, okay? First of all, you're going to have all of your contacts in one place. It's important you understand you own this data. When I open up contacts, this data, Jonathan doesn't see this data, right? We don't see this data. Facebook, YouTube are not free. They own the data. And we're going to teach you how to use Facebook and YouTube to generate leads, but get them out of there so they're not selling advertising to your competitor in the coaching space. You understand? Like, this is your book of business. This is your app and your platform. So all your information is private there. That's the first thing to know. Your contacts are all right here. Your exposures are here. This is the number of unique prospects that you have sent information to. This can happen one time ever. If I prospect Jonathan and I send him something.
Question, real quick. Let me ask you, how many contacts could I possibly put in here?
Unlimited.
Unlimited, guys.
Okay.
Unlimited.
Both in the standard and the pro version. Engagements is the number of prospects that have clicked on information. That is, they filled out a survey. That's right, I said surveys, except you don't have to pay for SurveyMonkey. The surveys are not only in the app, but they're already pre-built for you, okay? They're written by a team of people that have made multiple six-figure incomes, and they've taken everything they've learned and they wrote the survey. So not only do you have the platform to deliver it to generate leads on social media, right? But the experts have written it for you. Okay. So they have to fill out a survey, opt into an email campaign, fill out a lead magnet page. The prospect has to take an action. So in this scenario, 12 people were sent information and 10 of them filled it out. Now, there's a training. By the way, all your coaching content is down here. And if I click on coaching, we actually recorded a series of coaching videos that will show you specifically how to use exposures and engagements to lead your team. There's some of this we just simply are not going to be able to cover everything tonight, but coaching is built in. So your leaders are going to be able to drop coaching content, not only about features and resources in the app, but about mindset and how to build a bigger business. Okay. Your hot prospects are right here. There's an algorithm in the platform that will literally measure the activity of your prospect. You're in an Uber, you're talking to somebody about becoming a coach, And you can tell they love fitness, they love working out, but life gets in the way and you forget to follow up. But you dropped them into a campaign, and 6 months later, they start clicking on information. The app tells you not only who it is, how many minutes of a video they watched, it tells you you have a new hot prospect, because there's an algorithm in the app that tells you when you click on it who your hot prospects are. Every prospect has a score. It'll go all the way up to 100. So it becomes your new best friend. When you wake up in the morning, this is one of my favorite features, Jonathan. I wake up and I use it every day, and I click on activity log. Why? Because I want to see which prospects most recently have been viewing information. I want to know, did they fill out a survey? Did they watch a video? How many minutes of a video did they watch, etc. All that data is right there at your fingertips. The app will help you figure out what your tasks are and assign you new tasks based on activities. All your stats are going to be right here. The beautiful thing about stats is if I click the brag button and I want to take 1 second here, I'm going to slow down for 1 second. This exposure number and this engagement is important. If Jonathan's working with me and I'm brand new, I just got through a challenge, he just brought me on board, I'm a coach, and I'm like, man, this is harder than I thought, Jonathan. I just don't think it's working. It's a crowded marketplace. There's a lot of coaches out there. I don't know about the red and yellow and WDT, like whatever. If you need an excuse, anyone will do, Jonathan's thinking. But he says, Patrick, I believe in you. I love you. We're going to get to the top together. Let me ask you something. Let's take a look at your numbers. And Jonathan takes a look at my numbers. And how does he do this, by the way? He says, hey, Patrick, do me a favor. Just click stats. And then do me a favor. Click the brag button up here in the top right-hand corner. He clicks on brag. And he turns around and he shoots me a quick, or I'll send this to Jonathan if I can find it quick enough. So I shoot him my quick stats, and he looks at my stats that I just texted to him, right? And he can see in my stats that, let's say in this stats page, now guys, I'm doing all this real time on my phone right now. He's talking to me. He says, fax me your stats. And he looks and he goes, over the last 30 days, Patrick, you've talked to 3 people. Is that right? Now, does Jonathan know that I have a problem? He's pulling it up on his phone right now. I just sent him this page. With 1 click, I hit the brag button and sent it to him. What does he know the problem is?
You're not talking to enough people, Patrick. You're not talking to enough people. You're not sending messages out. You're not creating engagement. You're not doing the deal, right? So obviously we know, this is why your return is what it is. Even more so, right? For you leaders that are out there who are looking at this, who have an organization, one of the other things is that you'll be able to see from those who are actually doing the best and converting and getting new clients and getting new distributors and really, really killing it with this, you'll be able to see what their numbers are. So I can easily say, well, Patrick, right? Well, Octavio is doing this number, right? And because he's doing this number, he's making this income, right? Or he's getting this many more clients. He's getting this many more coaches. How about let's set a goal to go after Octavio's numbers, right? And then boom, done deal.
And so it's crazy. And so there are leaderboards and contests. I'm going to come back to some of this. I want you guys to really see where the rubber meets the road, though, okay? It's the resources in the app and how easy it is for you to get a new person started and get them into productivity. So watch, this is where it gets crazy. I have my contacts right here. I can add a contact down here at the bottom, okay? So Jonathan is coaching me. I made 3 exposures in the last 30 days. Now, instead of Jonathan spending an hour with me, all he's got to say is, Patrick, here's what we're going to do. I promise you, you and I are going to win together. This is Jonathan telling me. He's like, we're going to win together. All I need you to do is in the next 30 days, I want you to talk to 2 people a day. You can take the weekends off, hypothetically. He says, I want you to talk to 2 people every single day for the next 20 days, right? Weekends off. And that's going to be 2 people a day, 5 days a week. That's 10, 4 weeks. That's 40 people. You're going to talk to 40 people. If you do that and you're not getting the results, I promise you, I'm going to work with you and we're going to get you the results. Because now he knows I'm hungry and I'm teachable, but I'm not competent. Now he can spend his time wisely. So he goes, Patrick, I need you to go to the app and click this plus button down here at the bottom. Okay, Jonathan. And then I need you to do a couple things. You can import contacts directly from your phone's database. You can pick 3, 4, 5, or 20 really quick. You just scroll through, pick 20 names, boom, import. So it's got my first name, my last name, my phone number, my email. I can put in notes. All my notes are searchable. I can rate the prospect. Are they a 5-star prospect? Are they hungry, teachable, money motivated, entrepreneurial? Are they fitness minded? How do you rate a 5-star prospect? I can create a label. Why would I want to create a label? Because from the back office, you can email everybody based on labels, like Constant Contact was built in, right? So you have an email blaster and you can pick different kind of labels. Retired, veteran, millennial, or you can add your own label so you can categorize all your prospects in the app. Okay. So I add a prospect, tons of ways to get prospects in the app. I add a prospect and I go down here and I got Mr. Gary Sugar, who is going to be one of the main guys that's going to be jumping on with Jonathan and the team and teaching you how to do a deep dive on different features in this platform. But for right now, he's going to be my prospect. So I'm going to go to Gary, and I'm going to click on Gary's name. And that's an insult, Gary. You're a 5-star prospect. So you see his score just went from 24 to 30 because I raised his rating. The rest of his rating is based on what information I send him. Now, I don't have a label in here. So for me, my whole life, I've known Gary because we have played hoops together. So he's a hooper. And so I got a label. So all the guys that I know for basketball, I can go to my back office. If there's somebody, a testimonial video that comes out about a dude playing hoops that's joined WeDoTransformations, and I want to send that, I say, hey, Gary, Bob, Mike, Steve, whoever, Phil, whatever. I'm like, hey, I knew this would resonate with you as a baller. I thought you'd appreciate this. And I send it to 50 people that I play hoops with. And they're all like, oh my gosh, Patrick's thinking of me. And then he sees this video, they see this video, and I know how much each one of them, of the 50 I emailed, I know how many minutes they watched the video. Is that crazy? And
So
it's
you guys
built
drop
in.
some 5 with some fire in the chat. Light this chat up light this chat up. If you fired up for what you see so far, light this chat up.
Now,
let's go.
Now I got Gary in here, right? And now it's time to get busy. I click on send resources. And when I click on send resources, something crazy happens. I go to all the content that has been pre-built for me. Now, I already know I've had Gary at a challenge.
They're not ready for this part.
Together.
They're not ready. They're not ready for this part. but go ahead. But they're not ready. You guys.
I know, right? It's crazy. So I go, look how crazy simple this is. Now I'm brand new. I'm on Jonathan's team. I'm brand new. I'm prospecting my friend Gary, who doesn't know much of anything, except maybe I got him in a challenge. Or maybe I didn't even do that. Maybe I'm like, Gary is entrepreneurial. He's money motivated. He's fitness minded. We both like to work out. I'm just going to go straight to become a coach. I click on become a coach, and I have 3 steps I can take. Now, what do you think I should do here first, guys? I'm brand new. I don't know much. I haven't been able to reach Jonathan today. He told me to download the app. He said, look, I need you to go to become a coach, and I need you to prospect 5 people. What do you think I would do first? Would you do step 3 first, or would you do step 1? I guess I got to do step one. Now, I'm not asking you to go sign up for something for $50 a month and create pages. I'm not asking for any of that. I'm saying click on step one and send one of these two invitations. Now, you notice when I click that button, you see the three buttons that pop up down below? I can send these pre-written messages in any way that I want. Now, let me show you the pre-written message first. If you want to see what this message is, this is the direct approach. This is the indirect approach. If I click on the words in the indirect approach, it will tell me, share this pre-written message to invite your prospect to check out the Love Working Out, Love Making Money page. Now, that's pretty clear, isn't it? If I want to see what the words say, I just click on the red box and it tells me what the words say. Hey, Gary, I'm helping people move into the coaching space. Thought it might be of interest. Worst case, you might know somebody who's a fit. Will you check it out? Now, watch what happens, guys. When I click on this message, I can send this to Gary. If I click over here on the third button down here on the right, I can send this via any social channel I want. I can direct message Gary, but since Gary is stateside and we usually communicate on text, I am literally just going to text this to Gary. Now, I could have changed it right before I sent it. If I knew his dog died last week or whatever, I could add something. But in this case, I'm like, hey, Gary, I'm helping people move into the coaching space. Thought it might be of interest. Worst case, you might know somebody who's a fit. Now, I wait for Gary to respond. If Gary doesn't respond, because this is how Gary and I are, I'm like, yo, man, you get my text, right? And I wait for Gary to respond. And when Gary responds, what I turn around and do, Gary, I'm literally on my phone waiting for you to respond. I know you're on this call, man. So I wait, but in this case, I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, there it is. Yes. Gary said yes. Okay. Now, what do I do? Do I go back to step one or would I go to step two? And remember, I sent him a message, a conversation starter right there for share this for working out, love making money. So I go to step two, love making money. I'm going to send him this now. Now it starts to get crazy, doesn't it, Jonathan? Why don't you walk him through this page, man?
So Gary's about to click on this link. He's going to see a video from one of our prestigious leaders. Well, first off, let me go through this part. He's going to first see, look, love working out, making money. Why a fitness and coaching career might be easier than you thought. Learn the secrets, right? So literally, he's going to drop his information in here, right, to move forward to get the secrets. Okay.
His info is already automatically filled in because I went from contacts to this form and Gary's info is already there. All I need him to do is click the 5 secrets.
Exactly. So he clicks the 5 secrets and watch what's, are we gonna take him through that step, or do we
We're gonna take them through it. I just want them to see. They may look at this and go, well, Jonathan's got his own page. It's Jonathan, because Jonathan paid a lot of money. Jonathan's got all his social feeds, his Calendly link, his phone number, his email. All this is Jonathan's digital page. He must have spent $5,000 to create a digital marketing agency and paid for ClickFunnels. And guys,
here's the thing. You know what? Just so you guys know, every time you send somebody this, it's gonna have my face on it. No, what's gonna happen is like, guys, you're gonna be able to go into your settings and you're gonna be able to upload a photo. And every time you send it, it's gonna have your photo, your contact, all of your social links, anything that you set up for you to be contacted will be inside of your personal page from your app.
You set this up one time in your app, one time. It takes 5 minutes, and every single page is pre-built for you. Now we click the 5 secrets. Boom. And here's what happens.
They're not ready for this part.
I don't think they're ready.
They're not ready for this part. While y'all were talking, I just watched the video and I'm over here sweating.
Yo, start from the beginning because I need y'all to see, right? So, you guys,
This went to page 2 of the digital marketing page, your page. Now I have the prospect. What if I post this page directly to social media? What if I put this on my Facebook page and get the 5 secrets and 10 people fill out this page? That's what will happen, guys. People will fill this page out and you will have a lead generation machine. And WeDoTransformations as a team can keep improving these pages. Your prospect comes to page 2 and they're like, okay, I want the 5 secrets to launching a profitable coaching business. And they click on the link and look what happens. Whoops. Look what happens. They download the 5 secrets PDF. It tells them how to launch a coaching business. Now, here's the problem. This isn't all that easy. It's true, it's accurate, but it's not all that easy. And they sit here and go, man, this is true. I could launch a coaching business, but man, there's a lot of, there's a few steps here. So what do? They go back and they go ahead and listen to the video. So let's see what happens here.
What's up, you guys? Congratulations on making the first step towards taking your share of the growing health and fitness industries. My name is Style, and for years, our team has been helping fitness enthusiasts just like you start their online coaching business. Over the years, we've learned what works and what doesn't, and we created a system to take.
Now, I can show them in the full, I'll pull that up on my screen in a second, Jonathan, but it's all right here. Explain to them what happens next, whose video they go. Do you guys understand? Like, they're seeing the shortcut. They're sitting there going, okay, so I can do this myself, or I can take the shortcut and I can watch this video by Styles, and it's like a minute long. And if it gets their attention, where do they go next?
what's going to happen is that Styles going to reference the ebook that was just sent to them and the value that it provided. But he's also going to say, but if you want more, right? If you want us to if you want to work with us as coaches, then he's going to refer you to the next step and click the link below. And that's where the video with George is going to come in and blow their socks off, giving them a full presentation of what we do, hashtag, right? And literally, you guys saw it. Who was at the Catalyst, right? Everybody stood up in the uproar when you were at the Catalyst. Yo, that video is a game changer. It's going to talk about what we do as coaches. We're going to talk about our partnership with the best #1 nutrition company in the entire world, right? And how we optimize both to go ahead and not only get people in the best shape of their life in 21 days, but also offer a business opportunity that you can scale and that will last a lifetime.
Let me show them. I sent myself via email multiple links from my WDT app. The love working out and love making money. Let me show it to you in full color here. So boom, here's the page, right? Here's the video. Whoops, let me move that out of the way here. So if you post this to social, that page gets filled out and completed. Here's the let's get you started video. Here's the coach's landing page. Every single one of you will have your own landing page with your picture on it, with the logo, WeDoTransformations Coach, join Transformation Coach Joe now, right? That's your information, your picture, your name, all your contact info, videos on this page. It's all built for you, and you're the only one that gets the data. And guys, there are multiple pages like this built out. The 5 hacks to get you in the best shape of your life. This is a lead capture page that you can post directly to social. For a limited time, explore the top 5 hacks that over 10,000 challengers have embraced over the last 60 days and get your ebook. And there's an ebook they can literally download right there, assuming they fill out the field. But they can't get the ebook without filling out the field, which becomes a lead to you.
That's a separate ebook other than the one you saw the first time. The first time you saw one about becoming a coach. The second one about the hacks, right? Will be for your clients so they can see how to actually get in the best shape of their life.
Okay, we're going to go back to the app here. So hopefully now it's starting to make some sense. Now we can't do, I mean, literally, we cannot do all this justice in this amount of time. But we're going to have a weekly training and we're going to show you how to use different features in the platform. I will show you a couple other things quickly. I mentioned this leaderboard down here. This leaderboard is going to be a blast to watch by tomorrow. Why? Because your name gets on this leaderboard every single time you send a unique prospect information and they fill out the information, you get a point on the leaderboard. And right now, because we're in pre-launch, we haven't launched it yet, you can see where this leaderboard is. If you post that free secrets page, that lead magnet page to social media, and 5 people fill it out, well, that's 5 new prospects that watched a video, and you're going to have 5 points on the leaderboard. Now, some of you have more active contacts on social. Some of you are just going to go crazy with the resources. Now, we've shown you the flow of resources to become a coach. Okay? There's also invite challengers. There's a whole flow of resources on how to invite challengers. Here's a cold approach pre-written message. Hey, I'm launching a 21-day transformation challenge. You know how many events I've been to where people are trying to take pictures and screenshots of what the coach on the stage says, and they're trying to write it down and then cut and paste it in their phone and figure out how to send it? Listen, I literally...
You're going to be rich. I love it.
It's crazy. It's like 3 clicks. I go to contacts, I pick my contact, I send a resource, invite to a challenge. I'm going to invite Gary. I'm going to use the warm approach because he's my friend. I'm going to text it to him and boom. Hey, I'm launching a 21-day transformation challenge now. Are you interested in getting the best shape of your life this year? Or do you know somebody who might be? I mean, dude, Jonathan, I still get excited about this stuff because I love to see people win. I did.
Will's been texting me like, "Yo, are you excited?" He's trying to be funny because he can see the excitement in my whole body. He's texting me like, "Yo, are you excited?" I'm like, "No, not at all. I'm not excited at all. I'm fired up."
Guys, watch this. I go to my friend Gary, and I can't get Gary off the fence. I just know, I know he's the right person. I can't believe that challenge, but I bugged him 2 or 3 times, and I'm not moving him. I called Gary and I'm like, hey, Gary, listen, man, I know the timing's not perfect. You got a lot of stuff going on. Let me stay in touch. If I come across something really interesting, now Gary's almost relieved. He's like, thank God, man, he's letting me off the hook. He has no idea what's going on with my life, my kids, my finances, but I'm glad he's letting me off the hook. I say, yeah, Gary, listen, let me do this. If I drop you an email, if I find something interesting, I'll drop you an email and we'll stay in touch, okay? Gary says, yeah, that'd be awesome, man. Great. Check your email right now. So what do? I go to Gary. I go to change email because he's not assigned to an email campaign. I click change. I click invite challenger because I want to invite him to a challenge. And I click assign. Now, Gary just got an email from me, pre-written from me to him. And you go, well, what would that email be? Well, all I got to do is go back to the home screen, click on email, and you guys can see here's the invite challenger email campaign. Now, I promise by the time we get to day 15, this will be 60 days long. Gary's going to be in an email campaign from me to him for the next 2 years. He's the right person. It's just the wrong time. In 6 months, he's going to be the right person. He's going to start clicking on video. The app is going to tell me he's watching. I'm going to text him back, and he's going to be like, I just watched this video that you sent me about no more energy drinks. And it says, hey, Gary, Emmanuel just finished a 21-day challenge not long ago and got more than just weight loss. He was able to kick the habit of 2 to 3 energy drinks. And what happened? He clicked on this video and he watched this story.
Hey guys, my name is Emmanuel Gonzalez. I participated in the 21-day October challenge. I really love the challenge because
Jonathan is just crazy. And I know how many minutes Gary watched.
Guys, and these are all real past We Do Transformations challengers, you guys. This is very authentic, very real. All it really is, it's an opportunity for you to leverage the entire movement, right? Because previously, in our industry, people usually have success inside of a vacuum. It's like you'll see this corner of the group having success, and you look at that group and you're like, yo, what are they doing, or how are they doing it, right? Now, this is an opportunity for each and every one of us to leverage all of us to all have the exact same success. And I mean, I just can't be more excited about it. And you know, there's a lot more I want to say, but I'll wait till the end. Go ahead.
All right, so let's do this because some of you are eager to start getting things downloaded, so we can tell you how that works, and then we can cut back. I don't know if people can type in any questions, but regardless, we'll tell them how to get things started.
I'm going to actually show them one more thing.
What are you about to say, Shug?
I want to show them one more thing that they all will have access to, and that's the coach's profile.
And then after that, before you give them the download, I want to say one last thing, because I know once they download, they're about to download and then probably get into their phones, right? It's just natural, right? They want to go check it out. So it's something really I want to say right before you go to download. So let's shoot to what Shug was talking about.
Okay.
And then give it back to me.
All right. So check this out. And Shug reminded me a couple things too I should have mentioned. One is here, we'll go to what Shug said first, and that is that everybody has a personal coaching page. This is the one you wanted to show?
Yeah, under Become a Coach. Step 3.
Under Become a Coach, follow up your coach's landing page. So I'm going to open this up. And again, it's going to have the We Do Transformation, your personal picture. Now it's calling him Joe because he's in the demo app. I use Jonathan's picture. It would say join Transformation Coach Jonathan now, because each of you has your own page that looks like this. Anything else, Gary?
Keep scrolling.
Oh, that's awesome. Crazy.
All real people, all real testimonies.
Authentic sharing. Authentic sharing.
Authentic shares.
Okay. Check this out. You have a digital business card. Every one of you goes to live events and somebody says, hey, let me grab your contact info. Nobody wants to stand there and go, what's your number and what's your name and and all that. You literally click the QR code on your digital business card. And unlike LinkedIn, where LinkedIn owns all the data, you can't export your data list of LinkedIn subscribers. Isn't that crazy? You pay them. I pay them like $70 a month, and I can't export my list. Like what kind of deal is? Now I signed the terms. I get it. But wouldn't you like to pull up your own QR code right there when you meet somebody? And all they have to do, I know that you can see my app super fast, but there's a little lag sometimes in the share. But I pull up my QR code. They take a picture of my QR code and my digital business card pops up, right? My phone, my email, my Calendly link, all my social feeds, and you guys individually can dictate where up to 10 buttons go on your digital business card. You can dictate where what those buttons say, and you can dictate where those buttons go. If you've got a third-party page, you're running some kind of gym, you work out of a certain gym, you can put that link right on your digital business. That's like having Linktree, except you don't have to pay $40 a month. It's in the standard version. Now, you've heard me mention a standard and a pro version. You guys should start doing some math about what this standard version is going to cost you. Because, you know, I mean, seriously, you're getting a digital business card, that's $40. You have an email blaster, that's another $40, $50 a month at least. You have ClickFunnels pages. I mean, ClickFunnels is $300 a month, but you still need a digital marketer. And then you need the brilliance of the WeDoTransformations team that has collectively made tens of millions of dollars. So you got that whole team designing it for you. You're still doing the math, right? Okay. So in addition to that, you need surveys. So you would need to pay for SurveyMonkey, except you need more than surveys. You need the surveys created that are built for you, right? And those are all coming, right? What would it cost you? And everything I just mentioned to you is in the standard version. Now, what would you spend a month? 200, 3, 4, $500 a month? I don't want to scare you too bad. We'll get to it. Jonathan, could you talk about the 14-day conversion quickly here?
Awesome.
This is so cool.
What we've done, you guys, is, you know, and this is where I really want to shout out, give that other message as well. What we've done, you guys, is not myself and Patrick, right? What we've done is it's a situation where there's a quick small group that I want to shout out, and you know, and George alluded to it a little bit at the catalyst, but I really just kind of want to, you know, if I may, just kind of like, you know, name call a bit, it's been a lot of different people who have put into this and put their ideas behind this to make this happen for you guys. Obviously, you guys see, shout out to, you know, Style and, you know, and Angelica, you know, and Mel and Matt, right, in the videos, and of course George. But behind the scenes, kind of really making this come to life. You know, you have Danny Miller and his amazing wife. You have Alex and Baba. You know, you have George and Disney. You know, you have Justin Wilson, right? You have Octavio and Elian. You know, you have Raul. You have Will Davis, right? These guys literally have looked at the data, compiled what has worked and what is converted throughout the entire, right, since the day we do started. Well, obviously, since it got relaunched this past year, and really saw what was working and who and how was converting the best. So what you guys are going to see here in this 14-day area is what we've done is we looked at some of the top coaches and what exactly they do to convert their clients, their challengers, to business partners, to coaches, right? And it starts really getting serious around the 14th day. So as you look at day 14 plus, all the way to day 21, all it is a series of messages that we looked at, and we found, again, some of the top coaches, what they're doing, how they're converting. And instead of going to ask them and bug them, right, and bog down their time, what we've done is we put it in the app and we've shared it so all of you guys know how to convert your customers, right, around the 14-day mark.
Jonathan, this is crazy. I mean, look at this messaging. Hey, Gary, on the 14th day, he's in a challenge, and I don't have to figure this out. I just send him a message, and you can adjust it a little if you need to, but the people that crushed it, they're not guessing. They didn't say, hey, let's try this on the whole market and see what happens. They've been doing this, and this is how they're getting the results. And you send the message, and you're like, hey, Gary, are you still focused on winning? How are you feeling? Do you love your results so far? It sounds like we're already winning. Don't you agree? And you know what the craziest part, Jonathan, what's going to happen? We don't have time for this tonight, but I got to say, like, one of the craziest things is your demeanor's going to change. When you start sending these messages and you get positive responses, there's an energy, there's an ether, there's a confidence that you start to gain in speaking this way to people, right? Hey, Gary, crazy question. If you close your eyes and focus, can you think of 5 people proud of your amazing results and newfound confidence? Now think of 5 more people proud of your life-winning journey. For the next 7 days, we grind for them. Sound good? it's setting them up to think about other people, what they might do, how they might become a coach. There's a method to this, and it's going to become your method because you're conveying these messages over and over. It's like an affirmation, and you're out there doing it. This is just crazy, and this is all built in already, right? Now we've got all the social sharing content. This is content you can post directly to social. You may have noticed up here, here's company content. All of this is content that WDT built for you. What if I click on personal over here? What if I click on personal and I want to add my own resource? And I want that resource to be trackable. Or maybe I want to use one of the company resources, but I want to write my own pre-written messaging to go with that company resource that is trackable. Okay, no time for that tonight, but are you starting to understand what we're talking about? It's crazy. This was built for what you guys do. From the ground up, it was built for what you do.
It was built for what we do. Hashtag.
We, ba-dum-bum. Okay. All right. So where are we? Let's talk about how to, anything else there, Jonathan, Gary, how to get started.
You guys, anything else? Give Patrick a round of applause, you guys. Give him some fire in the chat. Let's get some drum rolls because he's now about to let you know how you actually get this. He's now about to finally, you guys, we received messages, we received texts, we've received DMs, we received, things in Telegram, like how do we get the app? How can I get the app? I've had presidency members all the way up and down the line asking, yo, when and how do we get the app? In fact, I heard that people have been hitting up the app, going into like the more info, asking through that, how do we get the app? So you guys, the moment you've all been waiting for is here. I just need to know if you're excited. Give me some fire in the chat. Like, show some love, right? Because this is about to be amazing. And Patrick's going to walk you through how we do.
Okay. All right. That's awesome, man. It's great to see everybody. And listen, I get excited because it's going to change your life. It just is. I got to tell one 30-second story, man. I sat on a floor in Louisville, Kentucky. I had failed the 4th grade twice. I had a sister. Her name was Sister Ann Rita Mock, and she ran the DePaul program for dyslexic children. And she, when I went there, look, man, I was basically labeled dumb as a box of rocks. I'm put in special classes for educably, mentally challenged children, and I'm starting to question my own intelligence. Now I looked around, and I'm like, this cannot be right. But that was my life. And she said, you have a gift, right? And what I'm telling you is mindset is everything. And when you take a new coach and you can speak life into them and you can say, I believe in you, and I'm going to show you how to solve this problem. She didn't just tell me you have this gift. She taught me how to think and learn differently. You are going to grab people in WeDoTransformations that are brand new to this business, and you're going to be able to look them in the eye and not only tell them that you believe in them, that they were made for greatness, but you're going to give them a system to win. You guys with me? That changes everything. Now, here's the beauty of it. When you sit them down, you're going to tell them about the standard version of this platform. When you get a brand new person started, you're going to tell them about the standard version of the platform. Okay? There's a couple reasons why. But first, I need you to know that as long as you're part of, now this is an important little caveat, and this is important for you guys to understand. If they're part of a challenge, all the resources show up in the standard. Now, a bunch of the resources won't. You'll get some, but the really cool resources, they get funded by WeDoTransformations. And so if you're not part of a challenge, now why is that good for all of you? Look, because you're trying to drive your own revenues in your business. And you want your business and the number of challengers to be sticky. Now, if I'm a coach, I'm going to be in a challenge because I want access to the tools that are going to allow me to create more challengers and more coaches. Are you guys with me? Okay. So you want to introduce them to the standard version when they're brand new. They get the digital business card. They get the coaching profile page. They get the CRM. They get the email blaster. There is literally 3 to
You mute, Pat.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. There's $300 to $400. Oh, I got excited and slammed my mic off.
Yeah.
Three to
You'll
four-
follow. But go ahead. You sound different.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Thank you. No. Come on, man. Don't do that to me. Switch phone audio, leave computer audio settings. It switched to my bad mic.
Well, what he's saying, you guys,
Hold on for a second.
what he's saying, you guys, is that what we've done is we've literally made sure we sectioned off inside the standard version all the bells and whistles that you need to grow a massive organization, right? All the recruiting tools, all the things that is going to convert your newest prospect into a coach, right? A WeDoTransformation coach and beyond. Anything that you knew, right? Because here's what we looked at. We looked at the state of the union, right, as it relates to our company, and we looked at how we're ridiculous with getting challengers. We're ridiculous with getting coaches, right? And when we looked at it, we said, you know what? In the standard version, one of the things that we want to be the North Star is making sure that people have an easy, simple, and fun and magical way, if I may say, way to actually bring on new coaches. So with that said, right, inside of the standard version, you're going to have everything that has to do with that and a bit more. Are you ready, Pat?
Yep, I'm ready, man.
Perfect. Fire me up. Let's go.
I should let you say the number. It's ridiculous. It's not 300 or 200. It's not 100. It's not 80. It's been paid for. WDT has paid for everybody to have the standard version. They can win out the door and they don't have to worry about pulling out their credit card. Okay? All right. It's good to see all the excitement on that front. Now, there is a pro version. And I want to be clear, there are some features, and some of you know who you are. Okay. So I don't think we need to give much explanation here. But in the pro version, what you're going to see is in the standard version, all the Become a Coach content is provided in the standard version. So you can recruit, which is the lifeblood of building a monster business, right? You can recruit all the content. All the 14-day coach conversion content is available in the standard version. In the pro version is the invite to challengers, all right? That's the invite challengers, and the social sharing content is in the pro version. Outside of that, all the features in the app are in the standard with a couple exceptions, okay? And you know who you are. Look, if you're trying to track your business, the activity log, the statistics, the activity log, and activity log right here, so you can see the activity, the stats, and I'm missing. You get unlimited personal resources in the app, whereas in the standard you get 3. You get unlimited in the pro version. But here's the bottom line: you're going to see the difference when you get in there. There'll be some places you click and you say you have to upgrade. Well, it's not $1,000 either, and it's not 800, and it's not 500. It's stupid. Okay, I need you to understand this. And that's because of the investment that WDT has made as a group, but it's $20. It's month to month. There's zero contract. If you've been around, if you're building the business, if your check is more than $20, invest it back into your business and go get the pro version. There is an annual option, which saves you 2 months. So you're paying $200 for the entire year, and you've got everything in the pro version. And there are going to be features in there, if you're more aggressive, that you're going to want access to. Now, last but not least, remember that most of the features, like the free secrets pages, every one of those pages would cost you, I mean, each and every page would cost you $5,000. You got to go to a digital marketer. You got to pay for ClickFunnels. That they will drop in from, we haven't hooked this up yet, but the lead that you get on social, when they fill the page out, drops into an email campaign automatically that corresponds with that free secrets page. In the challenger section, there are two different, a positive and a negative approach. So you can post a negative and a positive approach of those pages. Why you won't get in shape this year. And it will work, and it will generate you a bunch of leads, and those leads will drop immediately into an email campaign. So if we don't grab them in the wash, we're going to get them in the rinse. There's going to come that day of disgust where they want to get back in shape, and you're going to be there because you've been there the whole time. Okay. So, but you've got to be in an active challenge to make sure some of these features, right, or some of these resources show up, whether you're in the standard or the pro version, it's the same. You've got to be in an active challenge. Okay. Anything else there, Jonathan?
No, I think we're probably got a few minutes, a little bit over, but I'm sure, I'm
Can we
sure
show them the
everybody.
QR code?
I'm sorry, yeah. It's time to go ahead and show them the QR code so they can start downloading the app. And
Okay.
You
one
have
of
to
the
mention,
things what you about to say, Shug?
we have the people that are on iPhone and we have the Android. So we have to mention that right there.
That's a bit of bad news.
Yeah.
But, Jonathan, hey, just to put it out there, he's been making fun of me for my Android all this time. And I think it's something he must have had my team do to delay the Android launch, because he's been making fun of my Android for so long. But all the Apple users, I want to be clear, everybody can download it, but you can't download the app. You can start the process. You can go to Get WDT Connect, or you can scan this QR code. You will go to the Getting Started page. Whether you're Android or Apple, you can begin the process. You can fill everything out. You can set up your account. If you're on Apple, you will be sent the invite and you can download it immediately. And if you're on Android, you're going to have to wait. I don't know if it's just a couple days or another week, but it's pretty close. We're right there. It just took a while to launch. Go ahead.
Pause, you guys. Listen, you have to use the same email that you use from your challenge. So if you put in a different email, right, we don't want to get a bunch of questions as to why it's not working. Make sure you use the exact same email, right, that you use for the challenge. Otherwise, it will not work for you because it's going to register you as somebody who's not involved in the challenge.
We'll put the link in the chat as well, so you can just click on the link, or again, you can click the QR code right there, and you can begin the process. As I mentioned, you guys know who you are. If you're that standard person, if you're just getting things rolling, it makes sense, especially for the new people you recruit, right? You don't even have to nickel and dime them. When you download the standard version, there's an upgrade button, and it makes it very easy to upgrade. And you know who you are, right? Kind of where you are in the business. Let's see, did we miss anything else here? Let's put that in the chat.
So people are asking some questions about the password or whatever. I didn't have trouble creating a password.
You shouldn't. If you go, obviously the app is in the App Store, right? In the Apple Store. Don't go to the Apple Store and put in the WDT Connect app, because it will ask you for a group code that you don't really have. The best way to do it is click on this link, right? Go to this link or this QR code and fill out the form there, and then it'll take you and automatically put the group code into the platform. That's the best way. If that's okay, Adam or April, if we can give them the group code, that's fine. If they happen to do it that way, I think that's all right, but I don't want to speak out of turn here. So I'll leave that to you guys. What's the next question?
Let's see. What else is in here? we're gonna take a few. Register spouses. Okay, again, it's by email. So if you guys share the same email, great, right? Because then you'll have access. The thing is that ultimately you want to look at it from a space of everybody's. If you share the same distributorship, everything that you do in terms of bringing people in is going to eventually go into the same pot. So right now it's going to be looked at based on your email, right? It's going to be able to populate from the email that you guys use that you log into the challenge with. Let's see.
But it's possible, you know, because we've got so many people all hitting that page in literally the same minute.
Yeah.
You know, you might need to give it a few minutes. We should have checked that before, I'll be honest with you. I should have checked with AWS and we should have expanded that. I don't know if we did it. All set. That's good. I'm in. Let's go. Okay, good. So some of you may have to wait a second, or if your Wi-Fi is a hair slow. We are launching a weekly training that'll be coming here this month, and we'll give you different insights and different strategies and testimonies. These will be short, on-point trainings of how to use different features in the platform. Somebody asked about language. Look, this is how simple it is. I go to more, I go to settings. I want to change the language in the platform. I can change. That is probably a hair delay. There we go. I can change language in the app, right? And you can see like it's just a hair slower right now because everybody's on it in that second. That'll go away super fast. But everything in the app is now in French. Now, this is the app. The resources, we'll show you later how we're going to be rebuilding resources for different languages as we move forward. So the answer is yes. No issues with any of that. It's just going to take us a little bit of time, and you know we'll know from your leadership team. You can let them know. You know it's going to be one country at a time, and we'll be rolling those out. But just be aware of that.
One more thing too, you guys. A lot of what we're going to be doing to advance it on Patrick's side, right? The $20, just so you know, it's not a WeDo charge, right? But what it is it's so them to continue to advance, right, and work behind the scenes to build it, you know, better and better and better, right? We're all going to have, us as WeDo, right? We're going to have a project manager that's assigned to us that watches how well what we currently have converts, right? And then next month, what we'll be able to do is we'll be able to take what worked and we'll be able to condense and make month 2 even more effective. I love when Patrick says, this month will be the worst it ever works, right? Because each month, right, our account manager will be able to help make some tweaks in the app. So you'll see it kind of change and grow, right, throughout time to make it convert more and more and more and more and more. So just in case anybody was wondering, that's what it is. And that's why it's there.
And Jonathan, I think I can say here, like, I mean, you know, and I know you guys have been very clear about this. They can't take money for anything, but what that 20 pays for, the building out of content, the free version, those aren't really technically free versions either. It also supports all those free users, right? So I can't even tell you guys the amount of time and energy and money that your leadership has spent, and they don't recoup on that because they're not getting anything back, right? They're all in on growing the business. And that's the kind of leadership, frankly, you want to be part of. It's good stuff, Jonathan. Okay. All right. Some of those, I'll take a look at a few of those chats, and we've got some people in there too that could be answering some of those questions for you guys. You know, if you're getting a little lag, guys, just check in 10 minutes, I promise. And we'll make sure if we have to spool up, that's not an issue. We're on AWS, so I'm sure they can handle it. It's just a matter of us spooling it up and making sure there's enough bandwidth, which I probably should have checked that. But I think you'll find it not to be.
How about we do this? If you've gotten into the app already, go ahead and write like done in the chat, like or in or something like that to let us know you've already gotten in. Fire me up. You see that, Patrick?
I love it. Hey, Michelle asked about the coaching content. I recorded those specifically for you guys tonight. There'll be some coaching content that is standard and some that is pro. I think that was loaded as pro, Michelle. So that would require an upgrade on the coaching, but we'll have a balance of coaching for standard and pro.
Octavio, you have something?
Yeah, making sure is the app, just because I know people are asking. People can download the app, but the resources are not there yet until the weekend, right? Just making sure.
I don't know that if they're part of the last challenge, I would think they would be showing up.
Okay, so they can check, but most likely, guys, the resources won't be there until you buy into the next challenge. That's when our app will be available. So most likely you will not see any resources right now.
When will that show up?
So we do the buy-in. The buy-in will be next Friday. So once they have the buy-in and they use the same email, things should show up.
I tell you, if they were in the last, that's just depending on how you turned it on. If they were in the last one, if they're not in the next one, I'm not sure. You would know.
Yeah, no,
I would.
The reason why, guys, so you guys can understand. Remember, next this weekend we're gonna have the new app. Everything is being migrated to the new app, so everything starts from scratch. So this system is attached to the app that we created, so it's not gonna have access to anything that we've done prior to that. So everything will go with our app, and your app will be communicating. So they will not see any resources, not until technically Friday or Saturday.
Okay. All right, cool. So you guys can start. What you can do in the meantime, though, to be clear, is you can go to the app, and this is worthwhile. That means everything, when all those resources populate on Friday, you will already be ahead of the game, okay? And here's what I mean by that. I'll show you real quick. You will literally go to the app. You'll click on the More button. You'll go to Settings, okay? I need to change it out of French so I can actually tell what I'm doing here. All right. Go language. I'll go to English. And then you can see all these links down at the bottom of the page. The training partner, the custom
They can't see your screen.
Oops, sorry. Thank you, Gary. What you can go do, and you can do this now, is you can go in, you can set up all your resources, you can set up your Calendly links, you can set up everything in the app. You get your picture loaded, you can go into your back office. There's a few things to set up there in terms of your digital business card that you'll want to do from your website. Now, obviously, you can only do that. You can do that right now on Android from your website. And you can set everything up from the website on Android, but you won't be able to download the app, to be clear. But you can set everything up. So when it drops, as Octavio is saying, when it drops, all the pages will be pre-built with your info. So just be aware of that. Okay.
One of the team members share with them the website link?
Yeah, can you just type it in the chat? Guys, just type that in the chat. And I'll pull that page back up. If a few people want to type it in, that would be great too. It is getwdtconnect.com. http://getwdtconnect.com. So if a couple of people would type it in for folks, that'd be awesome. Thank you, guys. Okay. Thanks, Octavio. Yeah. Takes 2 to 3 minutes to load. Good. There's plenty of people that are not having any issue there. That's awesome.
I mean, we're also going to be, guys, you guys can ask questions in the chats and stuff like that. And Patrick is going to be doing trainings on this and all that stuff. We don't want to take so much time out of everyone's night. And we have the translators on the other side.
Well, good stuff. This was awesome. It's a beginning of something incredible. It's going to be fun to watch the data. It's going to be fun to watch the leaderboards fill up. I can't wait to to wake up. First thing I may do in the morning is just see what these leaderboards look like. Guys, keep it simple. It's either coaching or it's a challenge, and go to step one and just get out there and lead by example. All this other stuff is great. Now you're super excited. That's all awesome. But now it's time to get in the car and drive it. Put yourself in as the very first contact and send some resources to yourself. See how that process works. You can even get in the app with any of the content right now, and you can create a pre-written message and send it. There's things you can do. Get the back office all filled out, so you're ready to roll in a matter of 4 days. Okay, that's this Friday, right, Octavio?
Yeah, this Friday.
This coming Friday?
Yep, this week. We're launching
Okay.
2 apps at the same time.
Okay, awesome.
Well,
Good stuff.
like we've held you enough, Patrick. First off, I cannot thank you and your team for all the hard work. You guys, please drop some fire in the chat for Patrick and his team. I mean, I could just go down the line. I don't want to miss anyone.
Well, they've worked hard, man.
Like,
Yep.
literally. Oh, you know what? And let me
Lauren.
shout out Lauren. Exactly. Let me shout
Shout
out
outs to Lauren.
But when I tell you, even after the converting scripts and things like that were done, Lauren came in and she upgraded the aesthetics. She made it hot. She made it We Do sexy. And I just really want to give her a major shout out because she took a lot of her time. And she's not a Herbalife distributor, so she took a lot of time to help make sure that it is sexy, that it all worked, that it all made sense. And I can't give her enough credit as well. But thank you guys, Patrick, your entire team, the syndicate, the working group of We Do, all the president's team members and distributors who are involved in the challenge. We thank you guys. If not for none of you guys, we couldn't do any of this, and we've done it all for you. That being said, I love you guys to life. Have an amazing, amazing rest of your evening, and we're signing off.
Cheers.
Peace and love.